Good evening everyone. I welcome you all to my YouTube channel. Presenting before you this tutorial is Tutor Harrison J. Zulu. So in this video I want to teach you how you can answer these equations. So these are examination questions that are coming from a past paper from the University of Zambia. So we are going to answer these questions together. We are going to practice through them together so that we try to understand and revise through these equations, how we can solve these equations. So if you are new to this YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe. So how can you answer this equation? So we've got the first question here that is saying solve the equations. The first question, so we've got our first question there. So how can we solve the first question? We've got negative 2e power 2x minus 4e power x plus 6 is equal to what? Is equal to 0. How can you solve that? So how can we solve that? It is very simple the way we are going to solve it. So the first thing that you need to do is that, have you seen, you need to make sure that here, if you want to solve this, the first thing that should come to your mind is that you deal with the what? You deal with a negative this side. So let us deal with a negative this side. Or in other words, we are going to reduce this equation. As you can see, there is a common number which can go in all these, which is what? Negative 2. We divide by negative 2 there, negative 2, negative 2, even there what? Negative 2, like that. So this negative 2 and this negative 2 is going to cancel out. We are going to remain with e power 2x minus. So minus and minus here there, we've got a positive. Positive what? This there it's 2e x plus. So there is a plus. So plus this here we are going to have a minus like this. We are going to have a what? A minus. Negative into positive, it's what? Minus. Minus what? 3. Then this other equation will give us what? Will give us a 0. We are going to have a what? We are going to have a 0. So with this, the way I've done this, so with this now, the next thing that we are going to do, is that we need to make sure that here we've got proper explanation, expressions whereby when I equate, we know that in this question we need to equate somewhere where we are going to say that e power x should be equal to what? Should be equal to n later. So we are going to say is equal to what? Is equal to p, like this. This is what I'm going to do. Have you seen? So in this case now, what I'm going to do is that here now, have you seen the way this one is? That same as e power x. Then I've got what? I've got a 2 there. Have you seen outside? Then I say plus 2e there, then x on top, then minus 3 there, which is equal to what? Which is equal to 0. This is what I need to do. Have you seen? Now I can now get this. Have you seen? I can now get that expression. That's the expression that I need to get. So I'm going to say where there is this, I'm going to put what? I'm going to put what? I'm going to put p. Where p should be greater than what? Greater than what? Greater than 0. Have you seen? This is what I'm going to do. P should be greater than what? Greater than 0. So when I replace there if I put p, so it means I'm going to have what? This is what I'm going to have. I'm going to have p squared. If I put p there, p squared plus, I've got a 2 there. Then this whole thing here, this whole thing is what? Is p. So I'm going to say p there. Then minus what? Minus 3, which is equal to what? Which is equal to 0 now. So I've come up with what? This thing now which I've come up with is called a quadratic what? A quadratic equation. I've come up with a quadratic equation. So I need to solve that quadratic equation. So how do I solve this quadratic equation? I need to find the product, the sum, and the factors. These are things that I need to come up with. I need to come up with the product, the sum, and the factors. So how can I come up with those? That's very simple. So I'm going to show you in this tutorial. So we know how to find the product. We multiply, that's negative 3. Here there is 1. 1 times negative 3, that's negative 3. Then the sum there, what is the sum? The sum is what? The sum is 2. So 2. Two numbers that we can multiply to numbers that we can multiply to get what? To get negative 3. If we add those same numbers, we get 2. It is what? Negative 1 and what? And 3. Such that if we multiply these, we are going to get negative, when we multiply, we get negative 3. When we add, we are going to get what? 2. This is what we are going to do. So with this now, so I'm going to wrap this part so that we understand properly. I'll wrap this part so that we understand properly. So here I said Ex was equal to P, where P is greater than what? 0, like that. I won't forget that. So now with this now, what I'm going to do next, getting this. So as long as the coefficient there is 1, so I'm going to say P, have you seen? P minus 1 there. Then I'll say P plus a 3 there, which is equal to what? Which is equal to 0, like that. So if you are used with that method where you get to substitute there, then you start to factorize, it's fine. It's just one and the same thing. Have you seen? It's just one and the same thing, but I just want you to get the concept. So with this now, which means when I equate this to 0, I'm going to say P will be equal to what? P will be equal to 1. Or when I equate this to 0, this one will go to the other side, where P will be equal to what? Where P will be equal to negative 3. So these are the solutions which I'm going to find. So with this now, what I need to do now, have you seen this point here? Have you seen this? What did I say? P is greater than what? P is greater than 0. So this is what you need to do. P is always what? Greater than 0. So it means this P is what? This P is negative 3. So it means this is not your answer. You are going to exclude that. So you want to find the value of what? X, not P. So I said here you can use any letter. If you want, you can use Z, any letter or any letter that starts with your name. You can use it as long as you've gotten the concept. So with this now, what you are going to do next is that there I said E power X is equal to what? Is equal to P, like that. This is what I said. So with this now, I know that this now is equal to what? Is equal to P. That's what I said. So now what I'm going to do here is that then Ex is equal to what? Is equal to what? Is equal to what? P. What is P? P is 1, like that. Have you seen? P is what? P is 1. Then you know that if it is written like this is Ex, it is just the same as E power 0. Have you seen? Because anything raised to the power 0 is equal to 1. So we still get 1. Then if you've got same bases, we just equate the powers. X is equal to what? X is equal to 0. So this is what? This is your solution. This is how you get to solve that equation. So this is the format that you need to follow whenever you want to solve that. Have you seen? So these are the procedures that you need to get. These are some of the things that you need to understand whenever you want to solve that. So this was question what? This was question A. We've answered the first part. Let us now answer the second part. So how are we going to answer the second part? So the way we are going to answer the second part is that let me lab this. So I lab this. Hope we've gotten the concept and enjoying this lecture. So we want to answer these questions. So we want to answer now B. How can we answer B? So you can pause the video a bit, then practice this one. Practice how you are going to answer this. Then when you answer, you try to compare with my what? With my solution. So practice how you are going to answer this. Practice how you are going to answer this. So now, let us now check through this equation that we are given. This is the equation that we are solving. This equation coming here. So that is the equation that we want to solve, this equation. So how can we solve this? How can we go about this question? So the way we are going to answer this question is very easy. So you check, like in the previous question that we had, we had e that was raised to the power x. This was the what? The lowest. But in this case, what is the lowest there? So first thing you check, which number can go in all these? They are already in their simplified what? In their simplified form. So that is very easy to do. So they are already in their simplified form, so I won't do anything. Then I proceed, I check. So I check through, I say, okay, this the other part now is that, okay, the lowest term is this one, e to the power like this. That's the what? The lowest term. Have you seen? That's the what? The lowest term there. E like this, the power 2x like this. This is the lowest power here. This is the lowest. I can just term it the lowest here. Have you seen? So you are going to equate this to any what? To anything. So you can say this, let's say we equate this to what? I'm using p. I equate this to what? To p. This is what I'm going to do. So I equate this to what? I equate this to p. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to rewrite this now. So I put what in the expression, I'm able to see this. Have you seen? So when you look there, you are not able to see anything like this. So you say that can also be what? E power 2x. Have you seen? Then you do this. Then you put a 2 there. Have you seen? You know that when you want to work out with this, 2 times 2x, that is 4x. The 4x will come. Then you say, this is what? Minus like this. This is what you're going to do. Then that's what? 5 there, e 2x, then plus 6, which is equal to what? Which is equal to 0. Have you seen the way I'm answering this? This is the same way that you are supposed to answer. Hope this is how you answered it. So with this now, where e power 2x is what? Is p. So we are going, where there is this, we are going to put p. So we are going to say p power 2 minus what? 5p plus 6 is equal to what? Is equal to 0 like this. This is what you are going to do. This is what you are going to do. So with this now, the way we are going to continue with this now. So we've got this. We are going to find the what? The product, the sum, and the what? And the factors. These are 3 things that we are going to find. So we want to find these 3 things. So how can we find that? The product there, 1 times 6, we've got 6. The sum is -5. Have you seen -5? So how can we answer this? What are the factors now? 2 numbers that you can multiply to get 6. When you add them, you get what? You get -5. So what are those 2 numbers? You check. What are those 2 numbers? So those numbers are what? -2 and -3. Such that if you multiply these, you get +6. When you add them, you get -5. So as you can see, even this one, the coefficient there is 1. So you just go direct. You say p minus 2 like this. Then p minus 3 is equal to what? Equal to 0. So when you are solving this, so you know that in this case, you know that p is always greater than what? 0. So you can use p, you can use k, you can use anything apart from e that is here and x. So you can use these other letters. Y, you can use anything. So here, when you want to solve this, when I get this, I equate to 0. So I'm going to have p is equal to what? 2. This is the answer I'm going to get. Or I'm going to say p is equal to what? P is equal to 3. This is the solutions that I'm going to get. Have you seen? P is equal to 2. P is equal to 3. So let me do this. I start here now. So P, so I'm going to do this. The answers that we found when we solved that. So when we solved, this is what we are having. So we've got a 5 there. So I said E, this was P, where P was greater than 0 now. Have you seen? P is greater than what? Greater than a 0 that is here. This is a 0. Then we said P was equal to what? P was, what was the answer now? So we found P to be 2 and P was what? P was 3. Have you seen? So I'm going to get this, and so all these are answers. Then there are more than what? 0. So all these are part of the answers. So I'm going to say e 2x first is equal to what? Is equal to 2. This is what I'm going to do. Have you seen? This is equal to what? This is equal to 2. I say o. Have you seen o what? E 2x is equal to what? Is equal to 3. This is what I'm going to do. So with this now, the way I'm going to work out this is very simple. So this now, I'm going to work out in this manner. Have you seen we've got different bases? So if we've got different bases, what we are going to do is that we are going to introduce the ring. Have you seen? We are going to introduce the common log. So here I'm going to say, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to say in what? In e power 2x is equal to what? In what? In 3. This is what I'm going to do. Where this power will come down here, I'm going to have this. So let me do this so that you see properly. I'm going to have 2x, then ln what? Ln e, which is equal to what? Ln 3, like this. So with this now, my main key here is to find what? I want to find x. Have you seen? I want to find what? I want to find the x. I want to find the value of x. What I'm going to do is that, since we want to find the value of x, you know that ln e is what? Ln e is 1. So this whole thing here is just the same as 1. 2x times 1, it is 2x. 2x will be equal to what? Ln 3. You divide both sides by 2. You divide both sides by 2. Like this. Have you seen? You divide by what? By 2. This is what you are going to do. So we divide by what? By 2. This is what we are going to do. This is very simple. I believe we are able to do this. So from here now, this cancelled, which means x will be equal to what? X will be equal to ln 3 over what? Over 2. This is your answer. Have you seen? That is your what? That is your answer. We move to this one. So try to answer this one. Pause the video a bit, then see how you are going to answer this one. So this one, what you're going to do is that e2, like this, is equals to, you introduce ln. You also introduce ln here. This one comes down here. So 2x ln e is equal to ln what? Ln 2. You know that this is 1 here to give you 1. So this is 2x is equal to ln e is 1. You need to know that. So here now we've got ln 2. You divide both sides by 2. You also divide there by what? By 2. So what solution are you going to get? You get x cancelled. X is equal to ln 2 over what? Over 2. These are your what? These are your solutions. This is what you are supposed to answer. So these are your what? These are your solutions. So let's make sure we revise through this. Let's make sure we answer them. So these are examination questions. I found them, or someone sent for me, that is from University of Zambia. So these are the questions that I received from a student there. So if you've got any question that you want help in, you want us to help you in a certain question, in an exam question, you can reach me on this WhatsApp line. This is my WhatsApp line where you can reach me. This is my WhatsApp line. I can solve for you a question in this manner at an affordable fee. Just an affordable fee, I can work out that question. So this is my WhatsApp line. Feel free to text me on this line so that we get to interact, we get to discuss questions that you are having at an affordable fee. So let's share this YouTube channel. Let's invite more people to this channel so that we get to learn a lot of things together. So make sure you hit the like button, and let's make sure we have subscribed to this YouTube channel. We've subscribed to this channel. So let's make sure we have subscribed to this what? To this channel. This is a channel that will help you in your academic year in school. So Let's make sure we share, we hit the like button, and let's comment something according to what you've learned from this. What is your comment? Thank you so much.